Okay. Let's take a moment. TA is pretty good. Not the best against Lesh. It's pretty decent, I guess.
10 seconds remaining.
Edict does pierce the refraction charges really fast. Mel doesn't really work. Shaker, Coddle. Not sure if that's the best. Oh, actually, it's a Shaker Tusk lane? Okay, that's interesting. I'm not sure how well a Shaker Tusk lane does. But I guess it's against a Void CM, so it's not the worst in the world. Once they get a couple of levels, CM's just going to die repeatedly to snowball and chant, and there's nothing Void can do about it. Aside from that,
5 seconds remaining.
They're looking to pick up a carry hero here for paiN. It's going to be HFN's hero. So far, Wraith King's pretty decent. Does really well against Nyx, doesn't really care that much. Mana Burn can be annoying, but you don't really have that much int anyway, so he doesn't burn all too much. You don't really do. And you have the skeletons for that. You have high armor, naturally. Halberd buying hero, pretty good. What other heroes? Gyrocopter's also very good, but oh my god, Gyrocopter's not picked.
10 seconds remaining.
Yeah. It's a
5 seconds
little bit
remaining.
strange not to see Gyro in a draft.
Holy crap.
He's just not been
I'm
touched
back.
at all. It's alright, we still have 2 picks left. And paiN Gaming could pick up a Gyro.
I feel like they're all sick and tired of seeing Gyrocopters, and that's why it's not being picked here. They need an offlaner here for NoPing. NoPing, what do they need? Let's see. They need some team fight. Alright, they have Void for that though. But they need decent wave clear. You know, their heroes don't really clear waves that well. They also have Nyx for catch, but like I guess that's okay. I like something with like wave clear and magic damage. What heroes does do that? Often.
Necrophos.
Yeah, I was just thinking Necrophos.
That sounds
well,
terrible, though.
Yeah, Necrophos does sound terrible. Pretty bad. I guess that's why they're taking quite a while here. It's not like perfect thing. Sand King.
Hey.
Alright, yeah. That hero's good at wave clearing and this magic damage. Okay.
Yeah, I kind of forgot about the Sand King a little bit. It did get banned out in game 1, and then we were like, yeah,
Right.
It's a good hero, right? And then
Right.
it gets picked up in game 3. Makes sense.
Fits the profile of what they need. This paiN need here. I mean, I personally think Wraith King is a really good pick here. Wraith King lanes actually pretty well against Sand King, just because both of you just AFK farm anyway. And it's pretty hard to gank with NoPing heroes against yours. Like, as a Wraith King, if you have Reincarnation, CM, Sand King, and Nyx don't really kill you twice that well. And they would have to commit TA, and that's 4 heroes and gives you a lot of time to react, so it's also really good against Void. They don't have the heroes to deal with it. I don't know. I personally think Wraith King's really good here. paiN Gaming could think otherwise. Gyrocopter's still pretty decent, so is Bloodseeker. Those heroes are always good. One's good against Void, the other one's pretty decent against Sand King. We just saw Bloodseeker be played last game, but I'm not sure HFN likes playing what is it? Gyrocopter that much, since the last game he had a pretty rough game. And Bloodseeker's not a great hero too, so
I just want to see a manly Chaos Knight.
CK's actually
He's been
okay.
banned.
It's pretty decent.
I just want to see. Yeah, we're gonna circumvent that ban.
Oh darn! You just take our hopes and dreams away, actually.
Okay, they go for Alchemist.
Oh
I was gonna.
God.
So we haven't seen a whole lot of Alchemist in this region, but I was gonna say, like, I would have liked to see a Naga. Would have been interesting. That's another hero that hasn't been picked up a huge amount in the qualifiers, but it's kind of interesting when you think about the fact that NoPing, a lot of their lineup is based around some very heavy team fight. So you pick up a Naga, she's probably not going to get initiated on all that much. Like, she does provide a little bit of space for your team, but instead paiN Gaming are going to go for the farming route and get the Alchemist.
Yeah, so like I play a lot of Naga myself, and I think the hero's like biggest weakness is the lane phase. And I think like if you see their lanes and they have a lot of magic damage. It's AoE especially. It's kind of hard to play Naga into that. And Sand King is definitely like it's not something you want to play against, especially Sand King and Nyx where they just clear illusions instantly. Alchemist, I don't know. I have mixed feelings about this hero. He was really broken before, and then he got patched, and now he's really weak. The mana regeneration problem is easily fixed by this Coddle, that constantly stacks for him. It's a really good combo with Coddle, actually, because he wants to leave the lane at level 4 or 5 if he's a little greedy, and then Coddle just takes the lane from then onwards, and they can't really push the tower. They don't have the right heroes to do it. Nyx is going to be very annoying against Coddle, though. So I expect this Coddle to not max his first skill, probably just take the second skill, because deep pushing the lanes with second skill is probably enough. And Illuminate is probably just going to get him killed anyway if he chooses to go that route and defend the tower solo. So HFN's probably going to have stacks for him made by Coddle. I think he's going to try to get an early Radiance. Sand King against Elk is a pretty Elk favorite matchup. You don't really do anything as Sand King against Elk. Nyx Assassins doesn't really do anything either. So I'm interested to see how HFN do. I have high hopes for this Alchemist, but I hope I don't get let down by all the other Alchemists I've seen this patch.
Yeah, it sounds like you're used to disappointment. But we'll see if there is disappointment for paiN Gaming here up against NoPing in the Summit Minor Qualifiers. This is the first round. It's a double elimination bracket, so if either team, well, whichever team wins here, they'll be, I think, playing next. Let me just check the schedule real quick.
Yo,
that's not the schedule.
It's a mid shaker, by the way, so that's cool.
Next match is going to be winners, final, and then the losers bracket is going to be later. So whichever team wins is going to be playing next. Whichever team loses is going to be playing in a little bit. But right now, we've got paiN Gaming and NoPing in game number 3 of their first round match.
But we have a mid-line Earthshaker and an off-lane Flesh, so it's kind of cool.
Hey, everybody!
Something different.
Where do you think you're going? A sandy victory!
So they decided to tri-lane here, actually. They're going to be tri-laning top against this Alchemist. That's why they're not showing any lanes. I think now they're going to start running to the other side to pick up the Bonnie rune.
That was genius.
The battle begins.
Yeah, I can't imagine that they leave the Alchemist just alone up here.
Alchemist is going to spot the Void. He's going to ping that it's a tri-lane. I wonder if, like, I don't know about this. I feel like, yeah. I like what NoPing's doing. They're switching it up a little bit. Oh, look at this. Coddle's trying to snipe the chicken.
Yeah, he's going for it again.
He knows.
Well, it did happen in game number 1. He's just going to walk on through. Meanwhile, they know that he's needed top. As soon as they see that he's not in the lane, he's just going to go over there because the Alchemist is already getting harassed out, wasn't able to get any last hits. So he definitely needs some help, and there's not really the chance for a courier pickoff. Sand King taking a little bit of harass in the bottom lane. Tag team doing quite a bit of damage to him, and he does have the Burrow Strike to get back. You were talking about the mid shaker prior to the horn, and we might actually see a kill on somebody soon. But I think there's actually been a fair amount of mid shaker in this tournament. I think most notably with Chris Luck has played a ton of mid shaker and looked pretty good doing it as well. He's had some surprisingly good mid lanes.
Dude, Lapsus is owning right now, though. I mean, 4DRs come back a little bit because Lapsus kind of had a poor positioning in the lane, but I don't know. Lapsus is... I'm getting more and more impressed by this guy. I think his laning phase is actually his strongest part of him as a player, but his mid-game decision-making sometimes can be a little lackluster, so that's probably where he falters as a player. And for now, Alchemist's force, yes, not the worst. You know, they're doing a very good job. They're stacking for him, though. Well played by a 4-4-4.
It seems tough to really make this happen, though, because Terrence should be getting all of these denies, so the lane's getting pushed out when you put that acid spray down. Now Alchemist goes to the side and he's just dead. What else is he supposed to do there? The Coddle's off stacking inside the jungle, and they're leaving the Alchemist with the lane so far pushed up. I don't really know what the plan was supposed to be.
I think Alk is just gonna start jungling now. He's level 2. I don't know, this feels really bad for Alk. Especially when you're playing a hero that has no wave clear. But at least Coddle gets a free lane, he gets to deep-push it. This forces subs to do something. Lelis gets a good kill down bottom with Deal Core.
Yeah, I guess this game for now is how much you can abuse those solo laners, or essential solo laners. 40R is starting to have a bit of a difficult time in mid. But he is still keeping his CS up. It's just difficult when TA can be so aggressive against you. Back into the top lane, we have some more aggression. Onto HFN, getting blocked out by the Nyx Assassin and his very large Carapace. And that's an easy kill for Terrence. And
This game is looking like a rough one for this Alk.
Yeah, it's looking like a rough out game, and Nyx Assassin makes it over to the top lane. More damage from the Sandstorm onto Thialcore, trying to make his way back, very slowly dying, and eventually he's dead. Nice rotation by the Nyx Assassin to be able to set that up, and they already know that they're abusing the Alchemist so much at top that it's not really necessary for the Nyx Assassin to be there all of the time.
Yeah, they're doing such a good job lane controlling too. I think they're trying their best to help Alchemist recover. This is good what they're doing, but I mean, it just feels like this Alchemist is having a rough one.
Yeah, it feels really rough, and you add into that it almost seems like they were just kind of assuming that the Alchemist would be losing out when this game started. Like, they're just immediately stacking camps and leaving him to solo in lane. While they do that, it is an Alchemist, and I understand that you have that very easy comeback potential, but it's almost to the point where you expect your Alchemist to be so far ahead when you get to a certain point in the game that it feels harder to do stuff when he isn't at that point. Split Earth Stun onto the bottom lane. Nyx Assassin uses his Spike Carapace to try to get it back. We got the Fissure there to block him in, but who's being blocked in with whom? Galcor getting low, but he's not going to die either. Only the Nyx Assassin goes down at bottom. Meanwhile, Terrence has found the HFN inside the jungle, is almost taunting him to try to hit him there.
That was a nice snowball from Theo before there. So, like, what I was going to say is, like, it's okay that Alchemist is having that rough a game, because what really matters against Alk is that you don't take his towers, or you take his towers. Dominating the lane can be bad for the Alchemist, but, you know, he's eventually going to recover if you don't control the jungle. And the only way you can control these jungle areas is if you obviously take the towers and then control the area with wards and heroes. So, and they don't really have the heroes or NoPing to do that. Sand doesn't really take towers. Both supports don't really do that either. Void can try, but it's pretty dangerous for Void to try to take a tower. And TA kind of just wants to farm his Deso and Blink for now. So, yeah. I think this Elk has had a rough start, but he's going to catch up. It's just the nature of the hero and how it works.
Big value Sentry Ward from the Crystal Maiden to take out a Sentry and an Observer, and HFN just dies. I mean, yeah, sure, you're not taking his tower, and you're not taking all of his other towers, but he's not getting much time on the map at all in the early game.
HFN is not happy. That's all I can tell you. He's not riding on Cloud9 right now. Okay, Denha gets some wards down. He sees what's going on here. He might even try to mess with him. Yep.
Yeah, Crystal
He's
Maiden
running
is
around.
just off the chains right now. She's farming inside the other team's jungle. King RD does go down, but and there's a Crystal Maiden kill. Okay, so they are finally able to get her, but they have been wreaking havoc. Now, the one thing that NoPing do have to be a little bit worried about is this Alchemist will farm up very quickly if you give him the chance. If they're just feeding heroes across the map and letting the Alchemist do whatever he wants for a while, this could easily get out of control for them.
Yeah, I completely agree with you. They're doing a good job even assisting Alchemist in farming these camps, these stacks. They know that he's having a rough time doing them, so he has people coming over and helping hit the creeps with him. Lelis, I think, needs
Nice
to be the hero of
Fisher.
the show here.
The Disco Pony will most likely go down, but he still put out a huge amount of damage. Last tag team hit from the Tusk gets the next assassin kill, and they just have to run away from the TA, who picks up the Arcane rune.
Dire's top tower is under attack. Dire's structures are fortified.
Going on to 40R in the mid lane. He's going to stay alive here, but it's still so difficult to deal with the Templar Assassin. He gets another refraction up, and the Ice Shards keep her in. There you go. They managed to turn around the kill.
This is what I mean, though, by like Lapsus. His laning is like really good, but he just does things like this that like kind of ruin his own game. You know, like I don't know. Like that dive was so unnecessary there, actually.
He really wanted the Earthshaker kill.
Dire's top tower has fallen.
He has a top lane needs to be careful. He has Chrono. And
He's gonna go for it.
out.
Gets a first hit stun. This guy's a bastard. Ice Shards are going to push him over a little bit, I guess. They're trying to get some damage on the Crystal Maiden. They're actually going to get a turnaround kill. That's, I guess, a bit of a problem when the Faceless Void doesn't have enough attack speed to get kills within Chrono, even with the first hit bash.
Yeah, I mean, I think that was a very like overzealous kind of kill. He definitely didn't have enough damage to kill him. He knew that. I think he was expecting on the CM to cast Crystal Nova and maybe a Frostbite, but the CM had troubles of his own trying to have to deal with Tusk. So, I mean, it's fine. You know, he has a Midas. He's gonna continue to farm his Mjolnir. Alchemist is also doing the same thing on the other side. He has hit his so he has got a Soul Ring now, even though I feel like he didn't really need it, but he's trying to get there. He's probably gonna get like a 14-minute Radiance somewhere around that point.
Well, I guess the Sand King was trying to set a trap, but it was he that got trapped himself. Echo Slam dropped down onto the Faceless Void, and he gets jumped on by the Earthshaker. That just goes to show how difficult it can be to play against this hero when he gets rolling. Earthshaker Echo Slam into the Enchant Totem just cleans up the Faceless Void, and that's two unfortunate moments, I guess, for the Faceless Void, where one, he can't get the Leshrac kill, and then two, he gets killed in the other team's jungle.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Meanwhile, Lapsus is going
that
up for a
was
Deso.
really good for them. They got three bounty runes too, and Alchemist was farming the entire time. He's also gonna run up and be able to get to the camp stack, so it's gonna be really nice for this elk.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Come on, everybody, stack those camps.
Come on, everybody.
Also have a fight going on top. Faceless Void dying again. But you know, we'd much rather see them farm some stacks. That's much more interesting.
This is way more interesting.
See, look. Don't you wish that you just saw all this gold going down instead of that Crystal Maiden dying? This is a lot more fun, guys.
Dude, NoPing is just leading kills left and right, actually. They need to start rotating to the mid tower ASAP, controlling this Dire jungle. The Dire has been doing a really good job running his tree, trying to make space, while this Coddle and Elk are this duo where he casts a spell and they give him mana.
So the Alchemist has now taken control. Well, he's getting up to the top slot on the net where he's still contesting with the Templar Assassin. I also want to call attention to the Earthshaker's build where he's going straight for the Brown Boots Blink Dagger. We've seen a couple of mid-shakers, when they're doing especially well, they go right for an Aghanim Scepter, because Enchant Totem's on a much lower cooldown than a Blink Dagger anyway.
Oh sure, I just think that this game, the blink dagger is definitely necessary because he doesn't have the space to farm the eggs anyway. It felt like he had the perfect start or anything. He got a couple of good kills, and he kind of just needs to make space and stun heroes. But this Alchemist to run rampant later in the fight when he hits his timing.
Sure.
Oh, look at this! He's pulling creeps from the bottom lane to the mid lane for the Alch.
That's so
great
smart.
teamwork.
I guess the other thing is eventually the Alchemist can just give an Aghanim Scepter to the Earthshaker anyway.
Right. Oh, that's probably not going to be that soon. It's gonna
Probably
be
not
down
for
the
a
line.
while, but you know, when you get to the late game and you're being Shaquille O'Neal all over the place, you know, it can help.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Grouping up for a smoke here. Everybody inside the dire
This must be
triangle.
nice. Having a coddle just stacking for you, constantly giving you mana.
Is under attack.
Still, the Radiant side, I would say, are farming up very well. That's a Deso completed for Templar Assassin. She's going to be making her way towards the Blink. Faceless Void, he's almost out of Maelstrom. They're definitely getting their items up here, and if you can start taking down a couple towers, taking a couple of creeps out of jungle, that could be pretty good. Will-O-Wisp down inside the Radiant jungle, and Templar Assassin, he's not going to get a chance to do anything here, trying to stay alive. Eventually the Tusk does fall, but 40R manages to turn around with the kill onto the Templar Assassin, which is much more important. Terrence chasing after the Coddle, just very tired of that pesky little hero, slowing him down, and eventually finds the Coddle. That's 2 supports for 1 carry.
Yeah, that's good math right there.
Thanks.
And it was a very high net worth carry too at that point. So.
Enchant Totem for a tower deny.
True. Good trade. Alright, so he got his Radiance, farming very well. He probably would prefer to have his Coddle alive to give him items. He's gonna drop it, Coddle's gonna TP out and give it to him.
So much efficiency.
Bro, you're giving mana to the wrong person, bro. Give it to the Alchemist. So he can cast more Acid Sprays. Get the runes though, they need to fight for the runes.
Runes in 10 seconds. They're not even
No
gonna
one's
try
set
for
up
the rune
this.
top.
This is very weird.
Oh my gosh. This Tusk. What was he doing? What was he doing? He was walking through the river. He's still alive though. And guess what? It was a bait. He got the Alchemist the rune. And now they're going right after the Nyx Assassin. What was he thinking? This Tusk is so big-brained, it's unbelievable.
Well, they only got 1 rune, so
Yeah,
I
they
don't
only
know how
got-
big that brain was.
They only got 1 rune, but at least they got the 1 rune. You know?
True.
At least they still
That is a
got it.
good silver lining. A rune is a rune. Nice. Give mana to your Elk. Elk, you can't miss those last hits, brother. You need to catch up. You're on the catch-up train.
So Al continues to farm. His next item is, of course, Samantha style, like you do. Lelis has gotten to his Atos. He's had that for a while, and is just getting a little bit more survivability because they realize that their game is basically keeping this Alchemist and, honestly, the Earthshaker alive. There's been a lot of Earthshaker games that you just kind of win off of having an Abaddon on your side that A5 shields him, miscoils him, and make sure that he just keeps jumping around. Well, that's sort of the same idea with this Guardian Greaves on Leshrac.
Right. Simply staying alive, you just pump out so much more damage as a Lesh because your entire kit is just purely damage. That's kind of nice.
Ooh,
So,
Atos.
looks like Earthshaker is going to go for that.
He's so Oh, it's so smart. It's so smart. I think
They
the
spotted it with the ward. The rotation with the Indus rune. So,
yeah,
Dunhill was definitely ready for that one.
it's just good timing.
King already looking to grab type of his own. HFN for farming. No H attack though. Oh, they block him off. They see him. And it looks like that is the end of Dunhill's life.
Yeah, now the Nyx Assassin's dead, but while this is going on, Templar Assassin's in Roshan,
Ooh.
which has
They
now
know,
been
though.
scoured out.
Oh, that's a lot of money. Like, they need to watch this Roach Pit and let Elk walk in and just hit them. Quite a bit of gold.
Listrak walks into potentially a really bad situation, but the Sand King doesn't have enough mana for anything now. He has the Epicenter. First kill goes down on the Crystal Maiden. He's got no chance to be able to do anything. Chronosphere comes in on the backside, but the Will-O-Wisp is still there, making things so difficult for Terrence. Wellis is still alive. He's just going to jog away as a Disco Pony. Double kill for Lapsus as he gets in. HFN still wants to fight, but he's an alchemist. The best thing that he does is stay alive, so... and farm, I guess, which he's now currently doing as he backs up. Wellis really cannot afford to help here. It's the kind of situation where you get hit by one wayward Templar Assassin hit, and then you're dead. HFN looking for a rune. He's not going to find it. Charges up the Unstable Concoction, throws it out, but he throws it out into a Nyx Assassin that had the Spike Carapace up. So give that Alchemist an easy death, and he'll take it every day. NoPing looking for a little bit more Keeper the Light, forcing the Crystal Maiden away from him, but he's not got really a great shot at all at trying to survive. Now over to the side, though, Wells is finding a return kill onto Dunha, which, you know, it goes off kind of well. He goes over, gets the Shrine, and I guess that's enough chaos created to keep paiN Gaming outside the Roach Pit again.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
This game is a bloodbath.
I think every single one of these games in this series has been a bloodbath.
Right, you're right. They're all bloodbaths. Everybody just died.
Dire's top tower is under
So
attack.
King RD is building up for a Pipe of Insight. We've got Tusk going for a Blink Dagger. Alchemist next item is going for just the regular old plate mail, which I'm going to guess is going to become a Shiva's Guard. And now TA has gone into Roach. Getting closer and closer to a BKB.
The shards see them, so...
Well, they know exactly how low Roshan is, and he's dropping down very quickly. Nyx Assassin is the advanced party, as Templar Assassin's getting hit by a couple of unlucky bashes from Roshan. Somebody put the VR Roach back into the pit. Unstable Concoction is going to stun out HFN. Meanwhile, Wells in the middle of the lane. He's getting wrecked a little bit, but the Will-O-Wisp gives him enough space. Here comes the Echo Slam in on the backside. Unstable Concoction's there as well. The Templar Assassin just dies. Chronospear's been dropped down. Terrence knocked over to the side of it, and they've got to be careful. Epicenter goes down. That's a 10x combo for the Earthshaker. Somebody put him into Mortal Kombat. He needs the Terminator in that game anyway. 40R forced away. Burrow Strike through. Freezing Fear on the high ground, and 40R nearly killed off, and the Spirit Vessel is going to take him lower and lower, but it's not going to be able to get that kill. And on the backside, Sand King falls. So Earthshaker's still alive. Every single member of paiN Gaming up. Nyx Assassin walks in with the Spike Carapace and gets bashed by Roshan. He doesn't care about no stinking Spike Carapace. Here comes Faceless Void into the pit now. He wants in on the party. He's going to fall as well. Roshan's doing so much damage here, but he's not getting any kills. Somebody give this boss something here. He's just not been able to get enough. He wants more action. Welcome to the pit, guys. Fight Roshan. He wants a kill. Somehow through all of that, no one from paiN Gaming dies. And Spike Carapace again. The Chemical Rage is done. Unstable Concoction in. They're going after the Templar Assassin, who still doesn't have her BKB. She's just been dying so much that she can't get any kills. Wells finds one. Big Ravage on the Burrow Strike. And now there comes that damage from Lapsus. Finds the double. And finally, I'm going to just have to say that Roshan is going to kick the bucket. Are you kidding me? He got the side blade through Roshan to hit Coddle on the other side of the pit over here to get a triple. I don't know if I want to live anymore.
What is the point of living? Dude, that was so chaotic, actually. I mean, at least Alchemist got some time to farm, I guess? No? They are going to take a lot of towers now, though. And TA does have a BKB in the chicken, so it's going to
Yeah,
be a rough
now
fight.
she's got her BKB. The only reason that fight was so easy for paiN Gaming and to keep every member alive was because the Templar Assassin couldn't stay alive for more than like 10 seconds while she was getting stunned out. Now things are going to be a little bit different. But paiN Gaming are still feeling pretty good about it. Chronosphere onto the solo, Leshrac freezing field in the trees. Nobody's going to stop it. Echo Slam is there to give Wells a little bit more of a lease on life, but he's still getting just chunked down by this TA. TA finally finds the kill, and 3 members kept together. That's a huge will-o-wisp from 444. Sand King will fall. He goes up to the high ground, and he's actually staying alive from now burning down to the Radiance. Dunha just facing the ice shards, and he's going to fall. Somehow King RD gets out of it. Dunha was just like, please let me out of here, please let me out of here. Just can't walk through those ice shards, and the Illuminate ends up hitting a spike carapace, so that was a bit of a feels weird, man. But in the end, Lelis buys back. It's a 200 gold change in favor of paiN Gaming, and they want to turn this into something. They want to turn this into some towers in the mid lane. I don't know if Lapsus wants to let them. That's easy kill. 1, 2, 3. Snowball to come through. Oh, split Earth on the Templar Assassin, but the Fiala Cord Tusk is going to be brought right on in. That's another easy kill for King RD. Maybe looking for a little bit more. HFN has the Alchemical Rage going once again. Has the Mantis to be able to get out. Nice split Earth catching the Sand King on the side of it. But all of these heroes need to move away from Lapsus and the rest of NoPing Esports. Slowing the Leshrac down, looking for some more damage. The Melstrike comes through, and that is another easy one going on to Wells. He can't stay alive. This Templar Assassin does way too much damage. She's 11, 3, and 5, and she is wrecking the Dire side right now. Walking through the acid spray because she just don't care.
That was a dieback, by the way, on Lelis. He bought back the last fight, and so, yeah, this is a dieback for her.
Yep. On the sidelines for 60 seconds now. Come on, man up. It's just a tower. Easy for me to say. Anyway, NoPing Esports 2K gold lead 24 minutes in, looking a little bit stronger here, keeping this Alchemist down in the dust. He's finding it so difficult to get anything done in these fights. Even his illusions can't do all that much anymore except to burn that creep wave down, which they do, giving him even more gold. How are you enjoying the game, Ryan?
I mean, I'm just watching this Alchemist be a big disappointment, just as I predicted.
Radiant are scanning.
If this Alchemist were your kid, he would not be feeling very good at all.
No. I would have a stern talking to. I mean, he does have an AC now, you know, he has the armor. But it's TA, I think TA is gonna get like 2 more items and then she's gonna fall off, but that's easy for me to say. Elk really, really badly needs a BKB here. They need to, in fact, just keep Lelis alive. I think Lelis is the key to winning these fights. If Lelis can stay alive, I think they actually have a good chance of like winning these fights. Because him dying just means that like there's no sustain left, there's barely any damage. Most of the damage right now is coming from Lelis, in fact, so a good job from Void by cornering the Leshrac these fights, but I think if they can manage to keep him alive with a good fissure inside the Void Chrono, or like if TA's hitting him to split him up, I think it's going to be a pretty decent fight for them.
Yeah, I think that this Blink Dagger from Tusk might actually be pretty important for that. This Leshrac, he's almost completed his Guardian Graves, which he's been working on for a while. But if the Tusk is able to blink and get into better positions for some saving snowballs, that might actually make it really easy to work around the Chronosphere initiations, which you've noticed that Faceless Void has been more focusing on Leshrac just because he knows that it's so important to get that hero down.
Right. And HFN is going to be buying that BKB we were talking about. Noajas might get caught here in the top lane. Nice shoot.
Yeah, it's a lot of scouting from the Nyx Assassin, so he knows that he needs to get out there. So, I mean, we're still making our way through this game kind of close-ish. There's been a lot of back and forth in these fights. It seems like even within the same fight, there are times where paiN Gaming will win and then they'll kind of throw away an advantage and NoPing Esports or get back into it off of that. So both these teams trying very hard to win this match.
Yeah, you can tell that they're trying their best. For sure. They're grouping as 5. They're making sure everybody's on the same page, trying to do everything in unison. There is an MKB completed on TA, so he's going to be able to rip through this Alchemist really easily. Or Leshrac for that fact. I think if you're TA, you kind of want to kill Lesh, because Lesh is most of their damage right now. The Alchemist, not... I mean, until he gets maybe like another item, he's not going to do all that much.
He is getting
Earthshaker
closer
on
to
the
his
other hand is only
BKB.
just control. Yeah.
Earthshaker's kind of quietly gotten to a negative scepter, getting closer to a BKB. Epicenter charged up. Just kidding! Haha! Here, I'll rate on the map. Ha ha. That was great. Nice Epicenter, guys.
It's a good one. It's a good joke.
Well, now with the Epicenter down, it might actually be super important. Crystal Maiden getting lower. Meanwhile, Unstable Concoction being charged up. You gotta throw that sometime soon, my dude. Ends up stunning the Sand King in the middle of the Sandstorm. But here comes the three-man Chrono. Terrence BKB'd in through it as well. Freezing Field just on the edge of the Chrono, though, so it wasn't really all that close. And only the Tusk has died so far on the paiN Gaming side. They might want to get back in. Nice! Time walk away from the Echo Slam. Burrow Strike through on the 2. Alchemist out of the Alchemical Rage. The easiest kill of NoPing's life. Looking for the Crystal Maiden kill. She walks into the Illuminate just because she don't care at all. But Terrence is still finding kills on his Void. Buyback from the Nyx Assassin. They want to try to end this game right now, as it's a huge fight for NoPing Esports. Sand King making his way into the base. Burrow Strike down. They'll go for the tier 3 tower on the high ground, looking to break this base. Alchemist, no buyback. He decided to buy in for his BKB, and it didn't help him all that much in the last fight, so now he's got no buyback, and Dunha's running through the base. Split Earth is there in order to get that kill, and maybe they kill off the Nyx Assassin, or maybe he just gets the sick 4-staff away. Snowball safe to come through, but Lapsus is still going for these kills. Well is to fall as well. That's 2 dead. And King RD gives him the voice line taunt. 4 dead on the paiN Gaming side. And this is looking like dire straits for them. Looking like they might drop into the loser's bracket after just the first round. This is a team that has looked so strong throughout the Chengdu qualifier. Lost to Beast Coast, lost to Unknown. And now they might be dropping down immediately in round number 1. To a team that didn't even make it into the playoff round of the Chengdu qualifier. This is not really what paiN Gaming were hoping for. Chronosphere down onto Alchemist as well. Terrence is going to go ham in the Dollar Store right onto his face, and that's a GG. They'll call it. paiN Gaming drop down, and NoPing will make it into the winner's final to face up against the winner between Fury and Incubus.
Well, I mean, the Nyx Assassin just did so much work there. Every mana burn on the Lesh was like 550 mana or something. Like, he actually got destroyed by the Nyx Assassin. It was impossible to play Lesh against Nyx that game. I actually feel super bad for the guy, but you know, as it is, you know, you just gotta put this game past you, paiN, and then look forward to the next series, and look to try to make it through the lower brackets. So, all the best to them, and yeah, good job to NoPing.
Yep, we will be seeing NoPing coming up next. They're going to be playing the winner between Furia and Incubus. I don't think I have a result for that series yet, so we're going to have to wait a little bit. But that will be coming up next in this minor qualifier. paiN Gaming will have to wait a little bit to see if they can continue in this qualifier at all. So that's going to do it for this series. And I'm Pythian, he's Ryan. Ryan, are you going to be joining us for any more matches today, or are you donezo?
No, I'm done for today. I've got classes, unfortunately.
Who goes
like
to
a good
class?
college student.
But anyway,
Right.
thanks for joining us today, and we'll have some more Dota action coming up a little bit later, and maybe you'll be able to definitely watch it during a class, Ryan.
All right, that's definitely what I'll do. Yeah,
Yeah, absolutely. So thanks for joining me, and thank you to all you guys for joining me for that match, and we'll have a little bit more Dota action coming up after a short break.